Okay, all right. I must admit, I'm a little late. And I'm a little late for a good reason. I had to wash my car. Okay, I had to wash my car. I had some things to do, but I'm right here, y'all. I'm right here, and I'm excited. So, number one, guys, I just want to first thank everybody that has shown love to any of my videos. Of course, I want to give you guys a brief synopsis of what we're doing today. We're going to be talking about how to make money on eBay right now, tonight. No fluff, no BS, no bullshit. Okay. I'm not here to create any type of illusions. We're getting into actually how you can make this bread. Okay. So if you're somebody out there that is looking to grow, build, and of course, doing today. All right. Our audio is good. If you're somebody out there looking to actually make this bread, make this money, please make sure you're liking this video. And let's go, man. Be interactive. If you are not interactive, man, it's hard for you to learn. This is not fluff. I'm not giving you guys anything that is gatekeeping or gatekept, right? Everything that I'm giving you guys right now is literally something that could help you immediately. Now, if you have any questions, I need you to ask me, okay? I don't need you guys to watch me like I'm some TV show. That's not what this is, all right? And if you're watching this after I'm live, again, leave comments, talk. Like closed mouths, don't get fed, okay? Closed mouths do not get fed, all right? Now, hopping into this video and this slide, we're about to do it right now. I first want to make sure real quick, guys, sorry. I got to make sure we're good on Hustler Taught Me real quick. My day was good, guys. I created a good amount of content. As far as eBay automation, I've worked on shipping a few of the orders myself out in this video. So I can't wait for you guys to see it. It comes out tomorrow. And I want to, speaking of videos coming out, I want to talk to you guys for a second about being relentless. And what do I mean by that, right? How to make money on eBay right now. Okay. What do I mean by being relentless? So people ask me, why do I keep and continue to show up, basically, right? They ask me, why do I keep continuing to show up? Because I'm relentless, and I don't make my money solely off of YouTube. I make my money off of other things too, guys. And the reason I do this, or, you know, the reason I'm in that situation is because I've set my hustle up to not have to depend on anyone. Why is my thumbnail not updating? Hold on, yeah, I'm sorry. What the hell I got? Last week's thumbnail. You know what I mean? Nah, let's change the thumbnail, bro. It looks a little... All right, cool. All right, boom. All right, we're good with there. But yeah, it's just showing up, man. And I think that, or I would hope that every time I show up, you guys have proof that you can show up for your business, right? Because YouTube is a business in a certain sense. It's just a business that I don't control. I don't like that, right? I don't like businesses I can't control. I've told you guys this plenty of times. All right, y'all, I'm almost done. Almost done. You need me? Hold on, y'all. I guess not. All right. Y'all, I got a crazy ass neighbor, bro. He been doing some things, but we'll talk about that in another video. All right, we're good now. All right, we're officially good. I promise. We're good. All right. So number one, let me pull it up. Live screen. Okay, and then let me make sure I can see the chat. Okay, if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If you guys need anything, don't hesitate to ask. If you guys need help, don't hesitate to ask. Let me make this clear. People always hop in my DMs and ask me questions about reselling, eBay, phone flipping, anything. This is the time to ask those questions, not in the DM. And I think some people ask these questions because they don't really want to be, they don't want to be out there. But again, I feel like, come on, bro. We all here to grind together. All right. So how to fix your eBay account in 2026, restrictions, slow sales, unbans, fear-led dropshipping. I want to talk a little bit about the fear-led dropshipping aspect, because fear-led dropshipping is something that goes around. It's something a lot of us experienced. Now, I experienced it back in the day. There are some people that are experiencing it now, where they're scared because they don't want to lose money. So they feel like, if I have less skin in the game, I'm more safe. That couldn't be further from the truth. All right. Tonight, you'll learn why new sellers get restricted, how to increase your chances or get unrestricted, why your sales suddenly die, why most drop shippers are failing, and the systems I use instead. Okay. Now, my story. Now, I don't ever do this ever, but I got to replenish, or I need to reiterate the story. Number one, guys, I've worked under the table for a bunch of people. Everybody out there that is working a job, a 9 to 5, I've experienced it in some capacity. And I worked under the table where somebody was not actually paying me what I was worth, just like a lot of us feel nowadays, right? But I was in the shadows, making other people look good, not getting no recognition. I was closing deals with businesses with phones like this, right? Sitting in their offices, setting up their phones, while the person I was working with or working for would sit there and collect all the commission, all of the monthly recurring charges. We called that MRC. And I would just get one flat little payment. And it was sometimes it would be $50 per phone. Sometimes it would be $25 per phone. Sometimes it'd be $100, depending on the device, company, and also the deal. Okay. And I ended up getting tired of this because, see, this old me right here, right? This was a version of me that was so happy to be able to have devices in my hand that provided value to people, that I didn't really care about the money aspect. The money didn't matter to me, more so the value. And what I mean by that is, at least I had some type of way of being important. Like, some of us, we crave importance over actually value. We want to be important more than we want to be important more than profitable. Okay. Now, I made my first 50,000 and invested into my business. Now, this is a fact. I made a bunch of money selling these phones with this guy. I ended up cutting him out of the deal, ended up buying the phones myself, ended up getting his wholesalers, and I ended up making a bunch of money. I started taking a lot of money flicks. I started to showcase my money online. I started doing all of this, and it did not end up well. Cars got broken into. People started plotting on my stores, hence why I don't ever really show my stores on video anymore. But yes, I was a really big money shower. Okay. Then as I kept going, again, got more phones, opened phone stores. Now, my phone stores were never just about me selling phones. First, it was about me selling accessories. Right here, you can see a little bit of the accessories, but there were always more, always more. And I always had a really good presentation, because my main focus was, I didn't want to be a phone store. I wanted to be somebody that sold accessories too, like a T-Mobile, Verizon, and etc. Right here, this is a store I actually had where I partnered with the Cash and Gold business, and I ended up painting the building yellow. And he had one half, I had the other half. Sorry, guys, I thought I heard something. Very horrible deal. Okay, horrible deal. He ended up trying to finesse me, but I learned from it. Okay, but this was a interesting store. Okay, then started selling wholesale products. Okay, now when the wholesale products came into play, that's when the warehouse came in, and that's when we actually started to look at wholesale in a different manner. And I realized that wholesale made me way more money. I realized that selling to regular people was cool and all, but going to warehouses, meeting suppliers, doing these things were giving me more value, but also more opportunity. And I think that I fell in love with the opportunity over the value. And the opportunity was me being able to always find new items. And me being able to find new items was intriguing. And I think that that's when I started realizing I could actually do something with this. Okay. So I went from this, something out of the trunk of my $960 a month Nissan Maxima, to this. Okay. And I want to really show the contrast in this photo. A bunch of products, great. But expense, definite expense. At a bunch of expenses, okay? And these expenses were not actually helping me. Hence, look at here, you don't see anybody by my side. It's just me. You don't see any car. It's actually a warehouse. You see? I say this to say you have to start somewhere, but also realize everything and everyone can't come with you, and material things don't need to be a part of your hustle, right? They really don't, because then you start grinding for the wrong thing. Now, how did I get to where I got to, and how did I get inspired? How did I keep going? Well, guys, I'm going to tell you this right now. It was not easy. And it also wasn't something where it worked for me immediately. It didn't work for me the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time. It took me a long time to even see some type of success in general. I have had cars repoed. I've had to end leases. I've had to move back with my grandmother at times. I've been in a very bad position, and also a really good one. I've had highs and lows. So that's why when we're talking about eBay and when we're talking about slow sales, I look at it a little bit differently than a regular person, because, guys, the ups and downs come. If you're somebody watching this right now and you're not doing well on eBay, or maybe you're not doing well with the second income stream at all, that's a part of the game. Get over it, right? You failing is a part of the game, and most likely it's going to be the reason you succeed if you take it the right way. If you fail and you start crying and acting like a little baby, you're going to be a miserable failure. And you don't want to be a miserable failure. You want to be a tentative failure. You want to be somebody that is actually attentive to all of the lessons that the failure has to give you, so that you can now turn it around and make it something that you could actually build off of. We don't feel sorry for ourselves, because the world keeps spinning no matter what. All right. Now, eBay doesn't hate sellers. They hate uncertainty. Okay. They hate every restriction usually comes from one thing, right? Now, hating is definitely something a lot of people have told me eBay does. It's hate, right? Whether it's hating people that sell Gucci, Louis, Prada, or people that sell colognes, or people that sell clothes, or people that sell iPhones, or people that sell electronic. Like, there is a bunch of sellers that feel like eBay is just the enemy. Well, eBay can't be the enemy, because eBay is the reason why a lot of you guys are even in the place to be able to grow. eBay takes hella cheese. Absolutely. eBay does. And let's be real. I'm not pro eBay. Let's not get that twisted, right? I'm not, oh my God, let's do eBay. Like, that's not it. But I do want to take accountability, and I think we all got to. eBay takes a lot of money in fees, but it also gives us a storefront that's second to Amazon, I guess you'll say. But it also does give us some type of benefit, right, if we use it correctly. Now, eBay doesn't take a lot of fees from you if you do design your store in a certain way. That's another thing, right? And also, you get that top seller badge. You are restricted in some ways, but also you can earn and keep more of your money in others, right? Pros and cons to everything, and eBay definitely is one of them. So how eBay builds trust? So a lot of people don't realize this, but eBay does actually try to build trust with you. And some of us, we do not. How the hell do I get my face off this name? I'm using a whole different Johnski. Let me do that. A lot of us don't realize that eBay is one of those platforms where if you're trying to grow, you got to have trust, right? So number one, account age is going to be the bottom. Number two, in the middle is consistent listings, tracking, positive feedback, sales history, invoice. And at the top, higher sellers limit, fewer restrictions. Now, I want to make this clear, because I actually have an I got an eBay automation client that did the opposite of what I told him to do. And he actually got restricted this week. And if you're watching this, what's up, my guy? I am using you as an example. I do love you. I'm sorry, but I got to use you as an example. So you guys know how I say, number one, create an LLC. This person didn't create an LLC. They created a sole prop. You know how I say make sure that you have your bank account information and everything together. They didn't do that. They said that they were waiting for their card to come in the mail. Long story short, their account ended up getting restricted. He hit me up. He was like, yo, B, my account is restricted. And they're asking for this, and that. And that's when I came up with the invoice video that I dropped a few days ago, where I show you how to create invoices for eBay so that you can actually continue to sell. Now, we created that invoice on that video, provided that invoice to eBay, and I'm happy to say he is now unrestricted. See, just because my videos don't get a lot of views don't mean that I don't drop a lot of gems. I drop a lot of game, and that video, if you haven't watched it, I show you exactly what to put on the invoice. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go too in depth in it, but I do tell you exactly what to do. Okay, I'm just saying, right? Step by step, literally. And you can use a free photo editor to do it. Okay, so if you are restricted, create an invoice. Now, while I'm at that point, I do want to tell you how to do it legitimately. Deal with a real wholesaler like Wesply.com. Again, Wesply.com. That is my website. Or do something like a Alibaba or AliExpress if you want and get caught slipping, because AliExpress receipts do not work with eBay. Alibaba invoices don't work with eBay. So you need a real invoice, and we send real invoices to all of our clientele just so they can fight these type of cases. Okay. But building that trust with eBay does come with actually doing the right thing, which is, instead of you trying to list and make the most money off the rip with your eBay, try to make sure your eBay is set up. Like right now, you watching me, when you first started your eBay, let me ask you a question. Did you have all of the information set up off the rip, or were you editing the information as you were selling? It's a huge difference, and it puts a red flag on your account if you were editing while selling. I'm telling you, this is a fact, okay? So if you didn't have your bank account information hooked up already, and you were just trying to act like, oh, I'm going to find my bank account information, or you were like how I was one day. Yo, back in the day, I created so many eBay accounts. I knew for a fact once I put my bank account information on it, I would get flagged. So what I did was, I was like, yo, I'm just going to sell on here. And then once I get the bread, or once I get some sales, I'll hook up my bank account. And every single time it got restricted. And it wasn't the bank account. It was the fact that I didn't have any information needed, or didn't have all the information needed prior to me selling that eBay told me they need. So I was basically trying to finesse the system and it fell through. So I would say you are going to get restricted, guys, if you do not have the proper information on your eBay. Stop blaming eBay and take some accountability on yourself. That's a fact, okay? We take accountability over here. Now, why accounts get restricted? Selling expensive items too early. This was me as well. I tried to sell scooters. I tried to sell hoverboards. I tried to sell drones. Anything over $100, I try to stay away from my first month of selling on eBay. Now, that's a stretch. You don't have to do it the first month if you don't want to. I just do it to be ultra safe. But you could do it for like a week, right? That's why I like selling like these little trending items, like these little toys, these squishies and all of that. I like selling those because they give me flexibility. I don't have to worry about kicking out a lot of bread. Plus, I don't have to worry about eBay hitting me upside the head. And we'll look at those accounts a little bit later in the video, hopefully. All right. Now, also, no purchase history. This is not true. All right. I'll be the first to say this is some bullshit, but this is what they tell you. And I wanted to put this here because a lot of people think this is a red flag, and it's not. What's this sauce to get more inventory besides ads? To get more inventory. What you mean? Get more watchers or views, you mean? But you don't need purchase history to stay active on eBay. That's not true. Purchase history is not a little glitch. It's not, oh my God, I brought a few pencils. Oh my God. No, you don't need to do that. Okay. Poor tracking. Now that's true. When it comes to tracking, if you're somebody that, like, I have labels right here. Okay. I have labels right here. And these labels, okay, are for an eBay automation client. But these are very, very special products that we have to ship for them. I have to ship these. Okay. I have to ship these myself. But why are they sitting on my desk? Well, they're sitting on my desk because I got to make sure, I got to make sure that they are actually selling, okay? I got to make sure that they're going to sell. I got to make sure that they're going to like fall through basically, like no whatchamacallits, no chargebacks. Okay, because the items that we're selling with these, they're going to be expensive items. Now, more devices to sell. With you got to be more vague, DJ Trades. So, I mean, more devices to sell. I guess you're talking about phones, but I'm not sure. I don't want to jump to conclusions. But if you're talking about sales, then I mean, we could sell a bunch of different devices, scooters, phones. If you're asking how to get phones, I'll elaborate. Just elaborate. I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Elaborate on the type of device, because I don't like giving vague information. I want to give it, the exact. Okay. Now, drop shipping is one of the biggest things too. Everybody on eBay drop ships. Everybody on eBay's drop shipping. They're selling shit they don't even know if it's really going to actually sell. Like, you know how I tell you guys to drop ship during seasons? Well, you got some people that are just listing Christmas trees and pumpkins and lights and all this other BS. And they never plan on having them things ever, and they ain't getting no sales because all they're doing is copying the same shit somebody else is copying. Apple products plus game consoles. Go and offer up Facebook, buy them, refurbish them, or just buy them to flip them. I don't think that game consoles are going to be profitable right now. When it comes to Apple products, I wouldn't list those either. I would list generics, especially just starting out. The AI is messing up when it comes to eBay. They'll flag your account if you have a legitimate Apple product at certain points, depending on how much income you're getting. And I want to give you a story, right, or a scenario. Let's say you're getting let's say we're definitely not going to talk about AirPods. Let's say you're getting iPhone Type C headphones, right? But they're legitimate iPhone Type C, and you're like, yo, B, I got these Jones, I'm about to list them up. Well, you list them up, you get a few sales, then AI reads your listing wrong and says that you're listing fraudulent ones, and then they flag your account. Now your account is flagged. You're trying to appeal it. They ask you for an invoice. You like, damn, I don't got no invoice because I brought these off of somebody at the flea market, or I don't got no invoice because I brought this off of some website that doesn't give me invoices. Now you're screwed. That's why I don't think that selling Apple products or the game consoles is a little different, but Apple products for sure. Any type of name brand product, I would stay away from if you want a legitimate chance of keeping your eBay account. Now, when you get that top sellers badge, that's when you can start listing those more risky products. It seems like the AI does make mistakes, and then it's hard for you to get that appeal and actually win, especially if you don't have that invoice. But if you're looking for Apple products with invoices, you're not going to actually be able to get. I just flipped 2 wholesale buyers right now. Okay. I think that if you are trying to sell Apple products, you can do it. It's just not a sustainable thing because Apple does not license you to actually sell them. Apple's not giving you permission to actually get those products, right? No matter if you have wholesale buyers for them, like even me, right? I can't go out and say, yo, I got Apple headphones for sale wholesale. Like, somebody's going to do an investigation into that. I'm telling you, because that's not allowed. I'm not licensed, and it messes up the market in some people's eyes. Okay. Too many cancellations. This is something a lot of people do because they don't want to ship. They're lazy as hell, but want to make money. A lot of us have gotten our money wave. How many of us got motivated? We like, yo, we want to make this bread. You want to make the money so bad, but then you get tired and burnt out. You take a break, and then all the sales roll in, and then you log into your eBay. You're like, what the hell? I got 18 sales. What the? And then every one of them is later canceled. And now you just like, damn, I'd have missed my chance. I missed my wave, and I wish that I would have paid attention. And this happens, okay? And then lastly, suspicious login activity. This has to do with just logging in on devices that you've already been banned on, or just having multiple people log into your account. That's why, like with eBay automation, we always use incognito windows, not because it hides our location completely, but because we understand that we're dealing with other people's accounts. Now, restriction versus suspension. Yo, I just want to let y'all know, this is a very jam-packed educational slideshow. So I really would appreciate you guys to drop some likes if you guys can. Please like this video. I worked hard on this slideshow, so please. But restricted versus suspended versus MC011. There are different type of suspensions, okay? Now, restriction, we're going to have that as a yellow. Can you still sell? Sometimes. Now, I would say this. When it comes to the restrictions, the reason I put sometimes is because you have some people that get restrictions and they don't even know they have restrictions because they still can sell. Their listings are still up, but they can't add products. But then you have some people that get full restrictions to the point to where it says you can't sell until 7 days or a week, right? And that is the type of restrictions that sort of kind of a lot of us see is the ones where we can't actually sell. Can it be resolved? Often it definitely can be resolved. All restrictions can be resolved in my opinion. I haven't really had a restriction where I'm like stuck and I just can't move, because we have invoices and we also make sure we cross our T's and dot our I's. Typical next step is improve account health and provide requested info. So this is going to be when they start asking you for your social and your ID and all of that. Okay, but then now after that is suspension. Now, can you sell? Absolutely not. Okay. Now, can it be resolved? No. All right. No, it can't be resolved. Now, when it says depend on situation, you got to realize the situation that you're going to be depending on is going to be if eBay's made a mistake. A lot of times eBay doesn't, in any company, I'm talking Walmart, Seller Central, we're talking about Poshmark, Vinted, Mercari, Amazon, they don't really say when they're wrong, okay? The only platform recently, in recent history, of me being online that has told me they were wrong is Instagram. Okay. But now, depending on the situation, I kind of would take that lightly. When you're suspended, that's what I consider banned, because you're not just suspended, but people are actually saying, or eBay is actually saying, we don't want you on the platform no more. We can't serve you. The main focus, addressing policy or trust concerns. And this is when eBay stops trusting you. Now, the typical steps are to appeal or complete the required steps, which are usually the appeal. And that's hard. Okay. Now, the MC011, often pause until reviewed. So, this is the big boy, okay? Now, if you request, if the MC, I would say restriction or ban, I'm gonna go call it a ban. If they're requesting information, 9 times out of 10, you're not getting reinstated. I'm telling you, once you get an MC011, I feel like once I get those type of emails, I know I really have a slim chance. I try, but it's just like throwing a needle in a haystack. Okay? Verifying inventory and business legitimacy is like what they try to do, but really they have already determined that you're not good for their platform, so they really just want you off. And then of course, you want to submit the requested documentation, but they'll usually just turn you away, and that's a fact. They'll usually just turn you away. That's a fact. Now, now this is for everybody out there that has slow sales right now. Why sales suddenly stop? Now, a lot of you guys have started eBay and you've listed products. You watched somebody like me talk about how they got these views, these watchers, these sales, and you're like, yo, why the hell that shit ain't working for me? I'm about to break it down for you and tell you exactly why it ain't working for you. I'm going to, in fact, tell you the reason, and I'm going to break it down in a way I haven't seen anybody else, okay? Number one, a thrifter can help you do this, okay? Somebody that is thrifting and buying products and junk and bullshit, okay? They're not going to know how to do this because they don't usually have slow sales. People that are buying secondhand items don't usually have slow sales. You want to know what they usually have? They have a brand image problem. They have hey, I got to find the next big product problem. They don't usually have slow sale problems. So all those people on eBay that you're watching with the junk shit in the back, and they're like, oh my God, today me and Susie, we sold a llama pen, right? And they're like, oh my God, we found this at the flea market and it cost us $6. Okay, they don't have a slow sales problem because another man's trash is another man's treasure, yes, but it's also something that they're selling that already has an image. But think about it like this. If you're out here and you're trying to sell, I love using these as an example. You're trying to sell these, right? Which are smart glasses. You have to actually paint the picture in the customer's eyes or, head that these are actually worth whatever you're charging. Okay. Now these cost me around like $17. We're able to sell this for an okay amount, like $25, $24.99. I think recently 26 something, but they're not really, really great. Okay. That's why I don't really talk about them like that. But that's the number one thing I want y'all to realize. So when y'all are like watching these videos from people, you have to understand, am I watching a video from somebody that is in the same realm as me, right? Also, a lot of us have jobs. So if you have a job, you're not walking into TJ Maxx and Ross 5 times a week saying, oh my God, what can I buy off of clearance? Okay? You're not doing that. It's a miserable life. Okay? Well, let me not say that. No shots. But yeah. Now, for us that's kind of a shot. Well, us other sellers, this is the problem. Pricing. Number one, if you're trying to sell a product, and let's say I want to use a smaller type of product. Okay, let's use this. Okay, let's use this. Okay, this is the dumpling. Okay, the squishy dumpling toy. Okay, this is literally a piece of rubber with inside. Okay, but this right here, I can get this wholesale from my supplier. If I buy a certain amount of pallets, $2.98, I believe, or something like that. That is cheap. We look on eBay right now, which we'll do in a little. We probably could see $8, $11, $30, $20, like a sporadic amount. But how do I know what price I should do? A lot of us, we judge our pricing off of what our competition is, and we put our pricing up there with them. The problem is you're not looking at the other person's ratings, the other person's feedback, the other person's badges. You're not looking at the fact that they are LeBron and you are Bronny. You see what I'm saying? You are in the D League, okay? You're not in the NBA yet. So eBay's not favoring you. You feel me? So you have to price differently. So we cannot compete. If we have soda, we can't compete with Coca-Cola and Pepsi. We got to try to go ahead and compete with the smaller people. So what we got to do is we have to price for, how can I put this? We have to price for convenience of the customer. Now, number one, never ever do free shipping, especially when you're first starting out, because you're already starting out with a disadvantage. But you want to definitely have your price be a little lower than the high competition, but also not too low to where it looks like it's a cheap piece of crap, okay? So like, let's say this cost me $3 hypothetically, and I need to price this on my new eBay account. I'm probably looking at $8.50 plus shipping. Okay, because the customer is probably going to be used to paying $11, seeing other people paying $15. They gonna buy mine for cheaper, pay for the shipping, and they're getting a discount because I want feedback. It's just like somebody walking into my store and me saying, "Hey, listen, I'll give you this case for free if you leave me a review on Google." It's like I'm gonna take that loss because I know the review is going to bring me back more customers. It's the same thing with pricing. Competition. Now it goes hand in hand. You're not any competition for anybody else on eBay right now. The only competition you have is you, because this is something new to you, being consistent and being a business owner, because right now you're treating eBay like it's your Instagram, okay? You're treating it like it's a hobby instead of treating it like it's something that actually could put bread in your pocket, food in your kid's mouth. You want to make sure that you're handling and inspecting what you expect with your business the correct way. Poor titles. This is something very small. I don't care what anybody else tells you about the SEO and make sure you're doing that. Shut the hell up. The titles don't actually stop somebody from seeing the value in a product. But because you got to remember, we live in a generation where people don't pay attention. So nobody's paying attention to that stale ass title you got. Now, it can't be too bad, but you want to make sure that the image is speaking more than the title. The title just needs to be informative. The image needs to be captive, okay? Outdated inventory, having old nobody wants to buy. That's a good point. And I think that a lot of us do that too. we find products that we can't actually sell, and we're like, oh my God, let me list it on eBay because I see the thrifter down the street or on eBay selling. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hear people around me in the house. Selling, and I think that I can do the same. No, okay, low activity. You're not somebody that's consistently checking your eBay. And then lastly, this is a good one. It's just all about the seasons for you. So I think that eBay is sort of kind of like TikTok. TikTok punishes you when you're not active. That's a fact. eBay punishes you too. When you're not active and you're not really trying to run the business the correct way, you're going to get punished. So we have to look at it like this in this order: listings, impressions, clicks, watchers, conversion, sale. That is the funnel. I want you guys to either write that down, take a picture, screenshot this. Let me actually move my face real quick. I'm sorry. This is actually important because when you start realizing what the funnels are, you're able to actually hold yourself accountable to these, okay? So listings. What are your listings? Impressions. Every day, check how many impressions you have. That means how many people come across your listing. Clicks. Now, out of those people that come across your listing, how many people are actually clicking? This is your click-through rate. Watchers. Now, how many people are watching this product instead of just buying it? And why are they watching it? And then the people that are watchers, how can I convert? Can I send them offers? I wouldn't, because offers don't ever work, okay? I don't believe offers work. Whenever somebody send me an offer and they come in the corner, I'm not looking at that offer. You sound desperate. I'm going to somebody else because there's something wrong because you're trying to sell that thing too bad. Now, sales. Now, how many sales did you get? These are the metrics you should have on your whiteboard that you look at every single day. I'm telling you, these are facts, okay? A lot of people aren't seeing sales on eBay because they ain't really treating it how their boss treat them. And let me explain that. You see how your boss makes sure that you guys do your job? You see how your boss makes sure that you come on time? You see how your boss has a schedule that you have to abide by? Why don't you have the same thing for your business? Why do you wake up every day, work hard on somebody else's business and not work on yours? Why do you wake up and take pride in working for somebody but don't take pride in working for yourself? How does that make sense? Right? These are the things where you actually have to inspect what you expect to get things done, okay? So that's why you usually have slow or no sales. Now, how I would diagnose sales, the checklist, basically these are things that I ask myself, are my impressions down? So are less people looking and seeing me? This is important because if that is the case, you need to take that listing down. You need to promote it, but only promote one, because if you promote multiple, you already know eBay is going to take all those fees away from you every time they sell or their product sells. Click-through rate, how many people are looking and actually clicking. Conversion, one of the most important things. Now, in the phone industry, we say conversion is king, and that's a fact, okay? Every time somebody walks inside the door and every time that door swings open, we need to have them buy something. If they don't buy anything, we didn't convert. If we don't convert, we don't stay open. Okay, traffic. How many people are coming to your store? Listing quantity. We always want to keep our listing quantities low because that's how we can always inspect what we expect. If a product is selling too fast, you need to hike the price up. If it's selling too slow, bring the price down. Feedback. Are you asking people for feedback or not? A lot of people don't ask for feedback because you're too cute. You're too cute to go ahead and say, "Yo, what's up, my man? Thank you for buying. Can you actually give me some feedback? If you give me feedback, I give you 10% off your next order." Like, y'all too cute to give out these deals, right? So it's like understanding that these deals are something you can actually initiate. And then returns, right? Returns are inevitable, especially when you're doing large sales. And returns need to be handled effectively. There's nothing wrong with returns. Let me tell y'all how I deal with returns, and this is a fact, okay? So if I have a return, and somebody returns something on eBay, right? What I end up doing is I'll go to my supplier and I'll just swap it out. I'll be like, "Yo, there's nothing wrong with listen, let me tell y'all how I deal with returns, and this is a fact, okay? I know that this product was shipped to me, but the customer said that the packaging was ripped when they got it. Can you send me another one?" That's what I'll be doing. And I'll just swap it out. Like, you want to make sure that you get a new one. You don't really want damaged unless you use it as a tax write-off, which is a whole different situation, okay? That's a whole different thing and a whole different process. We'll talk about that later, okay? Can you send me another one? Now, fear-led dropshipping trap. Now, this is the people that watch the AC Hamiltons, the people that watch all the other drop shippers out there. Drop shipping is great to you. I know, I understand. And I think that drop shipping is a thing that seems very, very lucrative to people because it requires, or it says it requires less work. Well, what if I told you that drop shipping, when you decide to have less control in the business, you also decide to have less profit. What if I told you that, yeah, I can guarantee that you'll be able to sell products, right? Like if me and you were in the same space, right? And I'm like, yo, listen, I know you're trying to start your store. This is what I can guarantee you. I'll send you pictures. You list them, and you let me know when you sell them, and I'll ship them to the customer. Stay with me. Stay with me. Me and you. Stay with me. And you like, all right, cool. So I don't gotta buy nothing, Brandon? Nah, you don't gotta buy nothing, bro. You don't gotta buy nothing. Okay? Let me ask y'all a question. Pause the role play. In that type of situation, if it's me and you, nobody else in the room, would you take that deal? If you said yes, at what point are you an asset to me? At what point do I need you? Let me ask y'all a question. Pause the role play. Like, at what point do I like shiver in my boots if I disrespect you? Nobody else in the room. If I ship the wrong product. At what point is it a mutual thing? See, what happens is I'm like, yo, listen, I'm gonna provide the products for you. You don't gotta do nothing but post the pictures. I'm in control. So I don't have no fear on how I do you. So I could do you any type of way. You'll take it, and it's only because you need me. See, what happens is I'm like, yo. See, here's where the drop shipping fear comes into play. You're scared that if you invest in something like this, you'll be sitting in a room holding the product like I'm holding this one right here. Like, oh my God, I didn't make this money back. Oh my God, no. I just told y'all this shit don't sell well, right? This right here, these glasses are shit, okay? Now, they're not really bad, and I didn't buy these glasses with the anticipation they're gonna actually sell, to be honest. But these glasses were an investment, okay? I paid for these things, okay? I think we're gonna make these actually work because I'm gonna wear these for the rest of the video, okay? Okay. But these glasses did not sell. These are pretty dirty, okay? And I could be sad about that, right? Or what I could do is get the hell over it, learn my lesson, and use them in a different capacity. Me, I use these as a display. But if I was somebody hurting for bread, I can go and easily sell these at a flea market. I can sell these somewhere. You're not going to tell me there's nobody in the world that don't want some knockoff sunglasses that work as smart glasses that talk to you and do everything Meta glasses do for you except for take pictures. You're not going to tell me that. It's false. Bullshit. So I know for a fact that I can find a consumer for these. That's not the problem. But see, what happens is a lot of us live in an illusion because we're living based upon fear on things we don't actually understand. My mom wanted me to go to college because she doesn't understand owning a business. My mom has a fear of failing, so she doesn't understand why I don't. But that's the difference is I can't be mad at somebody that doesn't support me because they don't have the balls to do what I'm doing. I'm going to say that again. I can't be mad at somebody that does not support me in my business endeavors because they don't have the balls, the kahunas, to do what the hell I'm doing. I'm not mad at you because you're a scared little punk. I'm not mad at you because you can't get this shit done. I'm not mad at you because you don't have what it takes. You don't understand. So of course you're going to say everything negative in the motherfucking book because you don't have the kahunas. You don't have the balls. So of course you're going to give me every single objection because you are not like me. Okay? I don't like Kendrick at all, but they're not like us. Okay? So when you have this type of fear, I want you to understand it's completely normal. I have a fear every time I buy a product. Every time I buy a product, even something like this, and even something like and I should actually pick this product that's on its ground up, because this product on the ground that I invested my money in, I haven't actually sold. Y'all be thinking I be capping. I don't be lying. Like, these are facts. So it's a product that I brought. Okay, guy told me to buy them, a supplier. Yeah, buy these. Buy these. I mean, they always say, buy this because it's selling really well. Man, this shit ain't selling on a gosh dang freaking dang thing. But I ain't mad. I'm not mad because I learned a lesson. It's these little squishy things. Oh my God. I mean, they always say, buy this because it's selling really well. So good. Man, this shit ain't selling on a gosh dang freaking dang thing. But I ain't mad. Anyway, it's these squishy dumplings. It's these little squishy. They're miniature. Okay, it's multiple of them. But here's the thing. These are like $6 wholesale. Like $6. I'm actually gonna unbox these right now. But like, these are like $6, and I put my money in them, and I didn't make my money back. Okay, it's multiple of them. But here's the thing. I didn't make my money back. These are like $6 wholesale. And that's okay. Sometimes you gotta be willing to take the loss. Now, if I was talking to you literally, like for real, and if I was talking to you and you're my brother or sister, you wanna know what I would tell you? Like, this is 100% what I would tell you. Because I've told my brother, I actually was on the phone with him today. Stop being a little punk and realize that you have a job, and that if you do come up with a loss and you do lose some money, the worst thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna have to make the bread back. That's it. I don't know about y'all, but there's only one thing in this world I can't get back. Only one thing in this world I can't get back, and what is it? What is that one thing in this world we can't get back? That's time. These feel weird. They feel sticky, but they're not. This is tough. I don't know about y'all. Wait, yeah, they are. But there's only one thing in this world I can't get back. I don't like these. But okay, let me get out. Let me get there. That's time. These feel. But there's one thing in this world you cannot get back, and it ain't money. How many times y'all done been broke and came back? How many times you went broke and bounced back? I've been broke a few times and bounced back. I'm gonna tell y'all this. The point of the matter is this. Now I know this sucks. I won't buy it again. But there's no fear. The fear is me not actually buying these in the first place to see if they'll actually sell for me, because then I have to live with the what if. Because see, what we're not talking about though is we're not talking about all of the products up there that sell for me consistently. We're not talking about all the products over there or at the warehouse that sell for me consistently, right? But if I didn't buy products in the first place, I wouldn't find out the ones that actually sell. Stop being scared. Stop letting fear actually run you. And the fear actually comes from YouTube. The fear actually comes from these videos. That's where the fear comes. The fear doesn't even come from just you. It comes from life. It comes from your boss telling you that if you don't actually show up and do the right thing, you're not going to get paid, or they can fire you. It comes from you ever on your way to work and you got butterflies in your stomach because you feel like you did something wrong. You might lose the job, but you need a job because you need to pay the bills. The fear doesn't even come from just you. You ever get really nervous because your boss is upset, or somebody in the authoritative position is upset? And you like, damn, bro, I hope I don't get fired. On your way to work and you got butterflies in your stomach. How do you feel that somebody can take food off your table in that way? Because they get emotional. Because they don't have no type of fucking sense of substance, right? They don't know how to control themselves. You know, half of these jobs got handbooks that they don't even follow. How do you feel that somebody can take food off your table in that way? Because they get emotional. That's a fact. They don't have no type of these are facts. So these are things you got to understand, guys, and also be okay with, right? Be okay with losing. All right. I just wanted to really talk about that, because I feel like a lot of us are so wrapped up in this fake ass drop shipping crap because people are like, yeah, well, I made $10,000 drop shipping in 1 month. You know the fuck you didn't, because you wouldn't be on YouTube.
And also be okay with, right?
Most people don't have a business. And that's a fact. Most people do not have a business. They have a hobby. Okay? They have anxiety. They are anxious because they feel like, well, I know I'm not destined for a 9 to 5 because I don't like it. That's not the thing that tells you if you're destined for it or not.
Most people don't have a business.
Like, not liking your job doesn't mean you don't need one.
Okay? They have anxiety.
Not liking your job don't mean that it ain't for you. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now. There's things in life that I don't like, but it don't mean I don't need it.
Like, not liking your job doesn't mean
That's not how it works. There's things in life that you don't like, but you need to do it because that's something that fits you. Being an entrepreneur don't fit everybody. Having to get up every single day and grind like it shall last, it's not for everybody.
That's not how it works.
It's not for everybody.
That you don't like.
All right. Now, signs that you're fear-led: checking sold listings every 10 minutes, never buying inventory, changing strategies weekly, watching 40 YouTube videos, listing 5 items, and quitting. Heavy on the watching 40 YouTube videos, because it's like you start consuming too much information in different objective points, and you start getting yourself confused because you don't understand which one or which point is actually a point that you should actually take. You start getting yourself confused because you start dissecting what people are saying, and you're worshiping someone's advice that may not actually work for you. It might not actually fit for you. I'm the first to tell y'all right now, the things that I say, that shit work for me. I'll give you foundation, and then I'll let you go ahead and rock out and do it in your way. I don't believe no entrepreneur is built equal. I don't think everybody in this world is meant to be great, and I also don't think everybody is a leader. I also don't think everybody has hustle. I also don't feel, I don't feel like everybody is self-motivated. I think that some people like what entrepreneurship can buy, but don't like everybody is a leader. Or they love what entrepreneurship can buy, but don't love the process. That's why when they are in the process, they quit.
I think that some people like.
Right? They don't lock themselves in a room and figure this shit out. Right? I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. You. I'm talking to you.
But don't love the process.
Like, I don't know who you are, where you're at, but something I just said was a part of you.
Right?
You got to analyze yourself. Are you the type of person that quits because shit don't go right? Do you love what entrepreneurship can buy, or do you love the process? The reason why I say do you love the process is because the process never stops.
I don't know who you are.
There's no ending. Because no matter where you go, no matter how much you make, there's always somebody, something, and honestly, things evolving that you have to continue to fight for, or fight with, or build with, or build on. Okay? Stop being scared. Now, how I built my business. First, I started with phone stores. Okay? Then wholesale, then warehouse, then students, then automation, then community. Okay? Now, the reason I wanted to show you guys how I started my business was because who am I to tell you how to start yours? Okay? When I had phone stores, I thought the phone stores were the goal. I thought they were the objective. I thought the phone stores were actually where I wanted to be. I thought the phone stores were the end all be all.
Now, the reason I wanted to show you,
and I remember having a flat screen TV on the floor, having money, no furniture, but inviting my friends over my house and showing them my website.
phone stores were the end all be all.
Very different website than the website today, but showing them my website and telling them, hey, I'm going to sell electronics. I lied there or not. That's what happened. I remember.
Inviting my friends over my house.
And I had a phone store at the time. But you want to know why I said I'm going online and do that? Because I realized the phone store was not a model that was actually going to be sustainable. Because I would have to be there all the time. And it's a lot of risk.
I'm going to sell electronics. I lied there or not. That's what happened.
So I had to realize There's one thing in life I can't get back,
But you want to know why I said I'm going online and do that?
and that's time.
Because I realized the
How
phone
the
store
freak would I risk all my time in one area, one
Because
space,
I
one
have to be
place,
there all the time.
right?
It's a lot of
So then I started wholesale. I realized also that I'm never going to make enough money working with regular people, people that need deals. Like, you're never going to make a lot of money with people that penny pinch. Like, and this is a real honest reality that I think a lot of people don't ever want to admit. Some people are, or some target markets are too broke for you to scale.
You're never gonna make a lot of money with people
Fact.
that penny pinch.
Fact. What I mean. So, would you rather take the business client that has unlimited budget or has a budget, or the girl that needs a phone for her daughter but can't spend over $200? But when you recommend the phones that she can get, she like, no, I want an iPhone 17. No, Sarah deserves the best, right?
Needs a phone for her daughter.
She don't care about her budget. And then that's the same type of person when you give them a used device and the device don't work the way they want, or maybe the battery is a little lower. They're like, oh my God, I want to return it, and I'm blasting you on social media.
Sarah deserves the best.
Same person.
Right?
But with the business, the one that has the budget, they're more like, oh,
That's the same type of person.
damn, all right,
A used device.
we got this budget, we want this phone, let's do it. And then if you mess up or the phone doesn't work the way they want, they just handle it accordingly. No emotion.
Same person.
Okay, just business.
The one
Difference.
they're
So-
more like, oh,
Some of you have the wrong target market. You trying to sell to broke people.
this phone.
Fact.
Let's do it.
This is a fact. Now, broke people don't have to just be money. It can be broke-minded people. You trying to sell products in your environment where people don't value them.
Difference. So
You trying to sell e-bikes and e-scooters in your hood where nobody leave the crib. Nobody leave the house. So how do you think they're going to deem that to be valuable?
in your environment,
These are like the little nuances you have to look at. This is what I had to look at. And then when I looked at it, I'm like, damn,
e-scooters in your
phone
hood
store,
where
nah,
nobody-
wholesale,
nobody
okay,
leave the
but
crib.
damn.
Nobody leave the house.
Now I need a physical place because
How do you think they're gonna deem that to be valuable?
doing wholesale was good, but like
You have to look at. This is what I had
I
to
need a
look at.
place to
And when I
store
looked at it,
stuff
I'm
and a
like,
place to go. And all right, then you talk about the warehouse. Then I'm like, all right, cool.
okay.
But see, now I need people to buy the
Now
products from
I
me.
need a physical place
Because businesses and big corporations, they give you contracts, but they're not a consistent flow, right? So then I said, all right, let me teach people how to do it. Students, boom. All right, cool. Now the students know how to do it, but they have jobs and lives as well. How can I get people to actually help my students make money? Oh, automation. Get some assistants, people that I've been working with for a while. Okay, now you're going to relationship and provide products for people. Then community. Let's create a community with hustlers that are working together, building off of each other. Boom. That's how I built my business.
How can I get people to
And I don't say none of this to like flaunt or be like, oh my God, I'm just the greatest. No, because between each of these steps, I probably failed 15 plus times. I probably lost time with my kids, probably got a car repoed, probably got a house or apartment taken away, probably lost respect for my mom and time with my family, probably cried about 6, 7 times.
oh my God, I'm just the greatest. No, because between each of these steps, I probably
Right.
failed 15 plus times. I probably lost time with
So,
my kids. Probably got
we
a
created
car
stores.
repoed, probably got a house
And
or
when it
apartment
came to
taken
creating the
away,
stores,
probably lost respect
it
for
was
my mom,
a
time with my family, probably
bittersweet
cried
thing,
about
right?
6,
Because
7 times.
how can one person make $901 but another person make $319, right? How can somebody make $2,834 but then one person make $3,100,
It was a
right? How can you go from somebody making $410 to somebody making $803? What's the difference between these people with the different results? Well, it's nothing. It's just your store picked up more. That's why you never should be loyal to one platform. Then we're talking about positive feedback. So we got good feedback. Now, yes, we've got negative feedback, obviously, but the negative always has to outweigh the positive. I mean, the positive has to outweigh the negative, excuse me. Okay?
It's nothing.
I'm not here trying to flaunt like we're perfect. I'm not here trying to flaunt like we don't make mistakes or like the services we have just make people rich. But I will tell you, they make it to where people don't have to worry about that sector of the business, right? Because we got people that we do eBay automation for that aren't bosses, so they don't understand how to take advantage. They're too busy just trying to spend money and thinking that they're rich because they get a few sales on eBay. Difference. Okay. We also ship products, of course, right? Now, this is where I talk about the community. But before I talk about the community, now, yes, I do have a community, $47. Thinking that they're rich because they get a few sales on eBay. It's a community where we do weekly live coaching. I don't do that kumbaya stuff. Like, I don't do the, hey guys, this is where I talk about the community. Let's all talk. Let's talk about our day. I don't do that. I want to work with you one-on-one. I don't have time to be caring about John, Tom, Rick, and Harry, right? As far as we all on one call and I'm trying to service everybody's need. It's not how that works, bro. That's not how business works. If I'm talking to an employee or I'm talking to another partner, it's the partner I'm talking to. I'm not talking to everybody all at once. This is not a conference, and I don't hide that, right? In the community, we talk about phone flipping, product research, account reviews. So I go over your eBays and things. We talk about strategies in general, but also unbanning. You get special pricing. We talk about the phone flipping price list, wholesale inventory, and of course, daily help. You have a phone number you can contact me on, and we talk whenever you need. It is a true mentorship for $47. Why not 200? Why not 1,000? Because I don't need it to be 1,000. I don't need it to be 200. If I charge you $2,000 for me to be your mentor, I need to make sure that you make $6,000. I don't want that pressure. I'm gonna say that again. Because, see, you guys got to understand how thorough I am. And Philly thorough means real, right? I don't, it's not that I don't want to charge people a lot of money. I do. But I also understand people have families and expectations that they have to handle, right? Like, and I'm going to go full screen real quick because I'm about to say some real shit. Like the single dad. The single dad or the dad that has a wife. Right? And the wife is probably looking at him like, yo, why are you investing $47 a week with this big lit YouTube kid? And I'm gonna go full screen, right? Because I'm about to say some real shit. I gotta make sure that this person is able to bring some bread back home. The dad that has a wife. Or the person that's on the brink of quitting or don't have a job. I gotta make sure that $47 that they spent, they at least can make that turn into something sustainable. You get me? So, will prices increase? Obviously. But the price is going to increase when we get to a point to where the support, the products, the business continues to grow on different scales. I can bring you more opportunities. Okay? I am a very realistic person because that's what business is about, being logical. It's not about being emotional. Hey, I feel like I can start a bar. I can start a club. Let me start a club, and I don't know nothing about no club, but I think I can. No, fuck. We don't do that. We do logic. Okay? So understand, guys, you join that community. It's a mentorship, but it ain't a mentorship where I'm getting you rich. It's a mentorship where we're working together. We're helping each other grow. I want you to hear what I just said. We're helping each other grow because I got to learn you. I got to learn you. I got to learn you. I got to learn what you like, what you don't like. I got to learn what you're good at, what you're not. I got to learn how you learn. I got to learn what you don't learn from. I got to learn what you reject. I got to learn what you actually take. I got to learn about your family, your why. Because I got to learn you. This is some real nigga. Like, come on. Like, this is like, I gotta learn what you like, what you don't like. I gotta learn what you're good at. When you go into neglecting yourself because you feel money will teach you or money will get you opportunities, but you're neglecting the fact of what your why is, or you're neglecting why in the first place you decided to actually start a business, you start putting your money or your hope into other people. I don't want people putting their hope in me. Put the hope in you. You got to do the motherfucking work. I'm just here to help you put that motherfucking work in. I'm not here. I'm not your babysitter. I'm not your daddy, right? I'm not your daddy. I'm not your babysitter, and I'm not somebody that's gonna waste my time. If you want to make bread, let's make bread together. Let's grow. Put the hope in you. You gotta want it as bad as you want it. I'm not here to hit you up a billion times. I'm not here to wipe your ass. I'm here to help you grow. That's it. And these are this is the fact. Okay, I don't take this lightly, and I think that people that watch me can tell my emotion in this. Like, I'm emotional to this. Okay, we got eBay automation at $99 a month service where we list, ship, and provide the products for you. We have been grossing people some good amounts, okay? And I actually do need to look at one of the accounts, so I'll do that live real quick because I'm about to actually head back out and literally go back out and work. It is 10:38 p.m., but we still got more work to do. We still got more work to do. Work don't stop, and that's why I think that people forget these things. People think that life is sweet. Like, people think life is just all about daisies and roses. It's not. Sometimes life is about how hard you can push yourself because you understand what you were yesterday. You got to do better than. People forget these things. Like, sometimes you realize that life is sweet. Like, people think that you can either lay down and get up. Daisies and roses. It's not. You dig me? Sometimes life is about how hard you can push yourself. And I refuse to lay down. Understand what you were yesterday. You got to do better. I'm a grown ass man that refuse to take anything less than what I deserve. That's a fact. That you can either lay down and get up. That's a fact. All right. I do want to do something real quick. This is an eBay automation account. We got these two things selling. So, last week we got these orders, which is cool, whatever. But we did something that I want to highlight and I want to show. Okay. We don't have these active, and these were actually the most selling products for this person. I'm sure is wondering, wait, why are we not restocking these? Just like you probably would be. Brandon, why are you not restocking these? They're selling like hotcakes. Like, I can restock these right now. They sold out the first day. I can stock these right now, and they'll sell out by 8 a.m. tomorrow. The reason I don't is because if you remember the slideshow, one of the red flags is selling. That was just this, my fault. Okay. One of the red flags is selling too fast, and a lot of people do that. We don't. Okay. It's not about making the most money up front. Now, this person obviously invested $99. They made $550, and they just started last week. They're gonna make bread. Okay, I'm not worried about them making money. Okay, they already made their 99 4 times. Okay, but what needs to happen is we need to make sure we get these views up. We got to make sure that the promotion or the promoted listings are doing their job, and that's how we're going to handle this eBay. Now, what I could do, because we have some of the packages right here, actually, like everything I'm saying is 100% legitimate. Okay, got some of the packages right here. Okay, got some of the packages right here. A whole bag full. Okay, a whole bag full of packages that need to be shipped a certain way, but it's 100% legitimate. Okay. Got some of the packages right here. I say all of this to say, just because your eBay is selling a lot does not mean you need to keep just trying to push the envelope. eBay will ban you, restrict you, and ask you for a bunch of documentation. Take it slow. Okay. We sell a $5, and this is a good point. This butter stick, right, cost me like maybe $198. Yes, right. We sold, I think it was one, right? Well, not one, but it was an order of one, but 2 pieces.
We
See?
sell a
Oh no,
$5
1 piece.
And this is a good
Oh, we
one.
sold this 3
This
pieces.
butter stick, right?
But we
Cost
sold
me
this, right? We're gonna make this
maybe $1.98.
because
Yes, right?
we didn't. So I believe, yeah, it's no free shipping. The customer pays for the shipping. The reason we're selling this butter isn't because we're trying to make a bunch of profit off of that. You already saw we made profit. But it's because we want as much feedback as possible. The butter is going to help us make that. Okay? It's important, guys, to utilize eBay in a strategic way instead of an emotional way. Stop trying to make the most bread off the first month. Okay, this person's paying me $99 a month to be able to make 500 plus. This is easy. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. Okay. Now, I will say this. This is the last month. Well, July is going to be the last month for people to get into the eBay automation for the $99. Now, if you're somebody out there that is looking to, in fact, become a part of eBay automation or a part of the community in general, make sure you guys go ahead and tap in. The link is below. If you guys don't have the link, all you have to do is you can easily just go to any of my social medias, hit the link in the bio. It'll take you to the resource hub. Now, when you get to the resource hub is going to look like this. I'm going to put this in the incognito. It's going to look like this. Okay. Now, when it looks like this, you can go ahead and go down here, hit this. It'll take you to the $99 eBay automation. Now it says 0 because it was supposed to be done today. And then you can just sign up, right? But you also have freebies. I'm just looking to see what other things I could tell y'all. You got the book call for free. You can get a free book call. Yeah, we have the weekly live class that I do. But again, guys, there's a bunch of things you could do, a bunch of ways to grow, make money, and I'm just really, really excited. Okay. Whew. And tired. Yeah, we have the weekly live class that I do. But again, guys, so I look forward to all the new eBay automation clientele. I hope you guys learned some from this presentation. I wanted to make sure I came live for you guys. Ooh, let me take these dang glasses off, man. Your boys is getting old, man. I'm getting old now. I'm getting old. Oh man, I'm getting old. But yes, so I appreciate everybody that was active in the chat. Shout out to DJ Trades. I appreciate you. I'm getting old now. I'm getting old. I think we're in a point, guys. But I don't even think. I know we're in a point where you gotta stop talking and do. Stop talking about it. It has nothing to do with my service. You don't have to become a part of eBay automation or the community. What I'm talking about is stop talking about the shit you want to do. Get your ass up and do it, bro. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop y'all. All right, man. I love y'all, man. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Shout out to everybody TikTok as well. I ain't even look over at Tik. Hold on, man. Let me look at my. Let's see. Oh yeah, shout out to TikTok. I appreciate you guys. All right, man. I love y'all, man. And I'll talk to you guys. I appreciate you guys. Video. Shout out to everybody. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace. Look over at Tik. Hold on, man.